and remove the seasonality, which is the zigzaggy your brain on drugs part, and then the sort of irregular piece, which is just random stuff. That's what it looks like. Those are those three put together make up home prices. Here's the irregular component. What's irregular? Operation Desert Storm, that's irregular. Okay, Y2K, that's irregular. What happened around Lehman, that is way irregular. And that's what you see in the data when you extract this component. The argument, S&P's argument is that when you take a close look at the last 2 years, you have a weird interaction between large variations in the irregular component. That's that post-Lehman freakout. Large variations in the irregular component, they're causing the seasonal component. You see how the seasonal component is widening out? And the question is that real? Is the seasonal component really changing that much? Or is it mistaking something that we should be seeing in the smooth part? Okay, you don't care. But here's another reason why you shouldn't care. Let me just look at their data for San Diego. There's no change in the seasonality in San Diego. See how the year brand on drugs part? It's the same every year. I get high, I come off, I get high, I come off, I get high. It's the same every year. So there's no reason to ignore this in at least the San Diego data where you have that overshoot. And so this is the big preface because, forget this. Because sometime, like a year ago when I wrote this op-ed, I said, hey, we're at the bottom. Things probably overshot. And remember the green shoots of the spring of 2009? And so this is, if your grandson or granddaughter just graduated from college, they're 21, this is the year to set up their IRA and buy something. Because the compounding they'll get from the first 24 months of appreciation will be half their retirement by the time they're like 80 something when people will get to retire after we get through Social Security. But okay, I'm just saying, the moment was last year, the bottom. There's the bottom for the S&P 500, which was actually March 9th. But, right, and you still have people like, ooh, I'm afraid of stocks, right? And ooh, I'm afraid the house price might go lower. I mean, yeah, whatever. Right about the time interest rates go back up, you might actually be right. So the bottom was back there. I'm not worried about using the seasonal adjustment to filter out from the housing price data where the bottom was. We'll look at it in a second for Hawaii. And I think this business of, well, we want to be conservative in our interpretation of the data, so we're not going to make that call, is just the negative guys like grasping at straws. And you have to go read. I'm not saying it's David Blitzer at S&P. I'm not saying it's Carl Case or Robert Schiller. They're all really smart guys. If you read what they're saying, well, there's these guys, I won't name them, but there's these guys out there that are complaining about, we're being too over-optimistic, so we're going to hedge okay, I'm not hedging. So here's what you see. In Case Shiller, you see an overshoot in all of these markets. You see the bubble, not in all markets, right? Denver was not as bubblicious as Phoenix and Las Vegas. And Phoenix and Las Vegas are amazing because unlike California, which had more of a smooth ramp in the early 2000s, it's like somebody showed up in Phoenix in 2003, turned on the light, and everybody started pounding that market. So if you want to see what a bubble is, that would be a bubble. And here I've re-indexed these back to 89 to kind of give you some flavor